My name's April Long and I'm a Gumbaynggirr Darkinjung woman, so my family's from the mid-north coast and central coast of New South Wales. When and why did I first begin smoking? I was 13. I think at that time I was going into year 7 and I have this really distinct memory of walking to school with like a whole mob of us and everyone was smoking, and I was really concerned because I'd never smoked, and I actually asked my older sister to teach me how to smoke because I wanted to be able to have a cigarette with everybody and not look like I hadn't smoked. So I'm now 25, so I've actually been smoking for 12 years. I think people have lots of different reasons for wanting to quit. Originally for me, I was always into my soccer in particular, but generally into a lot of sport. So I tended not to smoke every day, and I guess I was one of those people that was a social smoker. What is a social smoker? I think I use that term for a long time as a little bit of a cushion. So I think a lot of people refer to a social smoker as someone who just will have a cigarette with their family when they're visiting mob, or when they're out socialising and maybe consuming alcohol, or having cups of coffees with people. That's how I used to refer to myself, was that, oh no, I'm not a smoker, I'm just a social smoker. I guess there's a little bit of a protection around, oh, I'm not that bad, but I came to realise that actually the fact that I've been a social smoker for 13 years pretty much makes me a smoker. I think for me this year it was about getting fit and getting healthy, and the life competition really motivated me to do that, to start moving and to eat healthy, and also to quit for life. But also during this last year I've become an auntie, which is really exciting. For the first time, I have a niece, and I was sitting there and I was just thinking about my role models and the fact that everybody in my family smokes, and I guess I wanted to be a better role model for her. So I think that was the biggest factor, was probably being a positive role model for her. So today is my 44th day smoke-free. In saying that, on my 39th day, I had a slip-up. So I had a cigarette, and it, for me, I just embraced it as a slip-up, and I didn't get too overwhelmed by it. And it wasn't a full cigarette, so in that sense I'm still feel like I'm 44 days smoke-free, and I'm not really allowing that slip-up to kind of weigh on my mind too much. But I would have to say that in the whole 13 years that I've been smoking, that would be the longest I've gone without a cigarette, and that's kind of the longest period since I was 13, so that's really exciting. I think support networks are really important. I've had friends and family physically take an unlit cigarette out of my hand and out of my mouth. So I've found that during my challenge times, when I've really felt like one, I'll just grab a cigarette and hold it, and I don't want to light it and I don't want to smoke it. And my family's been really, really good in actually encouraging that, particularly my older sister, who was the first person who taught me how to smoke and gave me a cigarette. So she's been really fantastic with that. And you need those people around you for when you are going through difficult times, or you are out enjoying yourself, that actually hold you accountable. So I made my friends that smoke and my family that smoke promise not to give me a cigarette if I ask for one. And I think that's really important, to be clear around, communicating with them that this is a really serious thing. And I also created a support network for myself online. So I've been really, I guess, vocal in saying that this is something that I'm doing through social media, and that also holds you accountable. So if you put on Facebook that you're 44 days smoke free, and then you have a slip up and you're smoking, then people are going to hold you accountable. So I think support networks have been critical for me not to actually currently be smoking. The physical benefits of not smoking, I think, became really apparent when I started. I play futsal, so like a six-a-side football comp at nights, and I've always played first grade soccer and managed to kind of still be relatively fit, but struggling for air. So I really felt it probably around the 30-day mark, when, you know, I was playing futsal every Tuesday night, and I just found that I had a lot more energy. I was a lot quicker on the ball. You know, I wasn't kind of making these great plays and then sitting back and recovering and trying to breathe and just kind of survive, you know, on the field. I actually was really pushing a lot more plays and felt like I was, you know, back to, you know, when I was playing when I was 18 or 19, which was really exciting. So I've definitely felt it sports-wise, and, you know, waking up in the mornings after, say, going out with friends and not having a really heavy chest and stinking like a cigarette is also a really great thing. So yeah, I think I've noticed the benefits straight away. I think it's really nice to inspire others. I've had people, because I have been, I guess, writing blogs online and going on Facebook. I did that, you know, purposively to hold myself accountable, but also to inspire other people. So, you know, I really want to be a role model, as I said, for my young niece, but for my cousins and for the young people that we work with at the NCIE through our programs. So I'm very honest with people and say, you know, I used to smoke. I've also got the really giant pictures of the cigarette packets and the feet and the eyes in my office, and I use those to talk to some of the kids in our programs about smoking. And but I've had people come up to me, you know, friends through uni, and who have said, "Oh, you've really inspired me to quit, and it's been great following your you know, blogs and everything like that." And I think that's because I've been really honest about things, and, you know, that it's not really easy, and, you know, there are these kinds of slip-ups, but you've got to keep going and, you know, continuing to, I guess, be on your journey of quitting for life. So yeah, there's been a number of people that have come up to me, and for me that's the most rewarding thing. I'm absolutely doing it for my own health, but if we can inspire others to realise that it's not that hard, and you can, you know, with the right support you can actually quit, then I think that's a fantastic thing.